Good morning and welcome back. We are at exercise 11.3 and we are continuing with our next problem. We had completed still, I think, problem number 6. Now we are on problem number 7. So let me read the problem. A closed cylindrical tank of radius 7 meters and height 3 meters is made from a sheet of metal. How much sheet of metal is required to make the tank? So there is a closed cylindrical tank. So we have to understand that there is a tank in this shape.
Mama, can we draw this diagram in our
Yes, yes, you have to draw. There, the radius given is 7 meters. And the height of the tank is given as 3 meters. Alright, so this is the tank whose height and the radius is given to us. It is a closed cylindrical tank. So if it is a closed cylindrical tank, how many faces do you think this container will have? It is a closed cylindrical tank.
Ma'am, 3 faces, ma'am.
Yes, it will have 3 faces. The curved surface, which is this. Then you have the 2 surfaces on the top and the bottom. This is the top face and this is the bottom face. So there are 3 faces for the container. Now we are going to make this tank using metal sheet. So where will the metal sheet go? Will it go only in the curved surface or it will go in the curved surface, the top and the bottom? It is made up of metal sheet. So a metal sheet ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? Curved surface ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತಾ? ಅಲ್ಲ curved surface plus the top and the bottom allo you will have the metal sheet.
Ma'am, in all 3 sides we will be having.
Yes, in all the 3 sides because it is said it is a closed cylindrical tank. That means it will have a top, it will have a bottom and it will have a curved surface. So the question is how much metal sheet is required to make the tank? So you need to find the curved surface area of the tank or the total surface area of the tank.
Ma'am, total surface area.
Yes, you need to find the total surface area. So the TSA of the tank, maybe within bracket you can write cylinder because it is in the shape of a cylinder, will be equal to. What is the TSA of a cylinder? Go back to your formula page. The TSA of a cylinder.
By R into R plus H.
2 pi R times H plus R. Correct? 2 pi R times H plus R. So substitute your R and
Ma'am,
H.
for TSA, we will include the top surface also, no, ma'am?
Yes, it is a closed. No. So that is why total surface area. The curved surface, the top and the bottom. What is the doubt, Arun?
Ma'am, because closed means I thought only closed on the bottom.
No. When container itself will have a bottom. When they are talking about a closed container, it means it is covered on the top also. Container anta heladre bottom irutte. Otherwise, it is not at all a container. Whatever you pour will go out. So a container means you should understand the bottom alone is there. When they are specifying closed, it means there is a lid which will cover the top.
Okay.
Clear? Okay. So 2 pi into R is 7 into H, which is 3 plus again 7. So this will become, the 7 will get cancelled. So you have 2 into 22 into 10 because 3 plus 7 is 10. So what is 2 into 22 into 10? 2 into 22 is 44. 44 into 10 will be 440. How many watt? Because it is the surface area. What is the unit that you should write?
Ma'am, meter
Meter square. Ma'am, meter square.
Meter square or square meters?
Meter square.
How many square meters is the area of the, or the total surface area of the tank? Now what was asked? What is the?
Ma'am, can you bring down the laptop a little? Because that 2 is
I'm not seeing it.
a little bit. Yeah, ma'am.
Now
Now
it
it's
now?
visible. Yeah, ma'am.
What was asked? What is the sheet required to make the closed cylindrical tank? So you will write the answer. Shall I write it below or shall I write it there? Can you see this? Therefore, the sheet, the metal sheet required to make the tank is 440 meter square. Because you need the area of the metal sheet which is required to make the tank, you will write the metal sheet required to make the tank is 440 meter square. Okay, any doubts so far? Alright, if there is silence, it means you are not having a doubt. Next, moving on to problem number 8. Can I proceed with problem number 8? Anyway, I am recording the video, so don't worry if you are not able to write as fast as I am doing it here. Alright, now we are on problem.
Ma'am, here in the last line it is 440, no ma'am, it is not 44. No.
440 meters square.
Okay, ma'am, the 0 was not visible, that's right.
Alright now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let us look at the 8th problem. The lateral surface area of a hollow cylinder is 4,224 centimeters square. So the lateral surface of the cylinder is given. Lateral surface means it is the curved surface. Because we are talking about a cylinder, you must understand we are talking about the curved surface. It is cut along its height and formed into a rectangular sheet of width 33 centimeters. Find the perimeter of the rectangular sheet. So there is a hollow cylinder which is cut from the height. Means across the height it is cut like we did in our activity. We rolled a sheet to make a cylinder. Here a cylinder is cut open like this along the height and it is open to form a rectangular sheet of paper. So the cylinder has been cut open along its height to make a rectangular sheet of paper whose width is 33 centimeters. So the width is 33 centimeters. W equals, that is the width is 33 centimeters. W is 33 centimeters. The question is find the perimeter of the rectangular sheet. Perimeter I need the length, which is not known to me. What is the perimeter of a rectangle? What is the formula? Can you recall? What is the perimeter of a rectangle?
Ma'am, 2 into L plus B.
Yes, 2 into L plus B. So you require the length and the breadth. Only then you can find out the perimeter. But the length is not given to me. Is there any way I can find out the length? The curved surface, that is this surface, is given as 4,224 centimeters square. This is given to me. Only the curved surface is given, the width is given. I am asked the perimeter of the rectangle. How do I do this? From the curved surface area, can we get something? This curved surface will become this, correct? The curved surface of the cylinder, when you cut it open like this and spread, this is the same as the...
Ma'am, that will be the area, no ma'am?
Yes.
So the area of rectangle is L into B. So L into B is equal to 4,224 centimeters square.
Yes. And what you have to find out is the L. Because
Ma'am,
the
the
breadth
length we have to find out.
width or breadth both mean the same. You understand? W and the work on rule, sorry. If you want to write it down as a B, if it is confusing. Alright, so you know when I cut open a cylinder, the curved surface area of the cylinder will become equal to the area of the rectangle, because when you open this cylinder, this area will go and occupy this. So the first step you have to write is the CSA of cylinder will be equal to the area of rectangle. Do you all agree? That is why I made you do the activity. Nimge gottagbeku. On the cylinder, when you cut it along its height, it will open up to form a rectangle. And the area of this rectangle will be exactly equal to the curved surface of the cylinder. So CSA of the cylinder is equal to area of the rectangle. What is the formula for area of rectangle?
L into B.
Ma'am, length into breadth.
B. Length is, I don't know. Breadth is given as 33. What is the curved surface of the cylinder? 4224. Correct? So 4224 is equal to L into B, where the B is 33. So you get a simple equation. 4224 is equal to L into 33, or your L is 4224 divided by 33. Both are multiples of 3. Sorry, not even 3, you can tell directly 11. 11 3s are 33, divide 4224 with 11. How much are you getting? Right? Somebody is answering something. No, somebody is typing it. 4224 divided by 11. Come on, quickly tell me.
Ma'am, 127. No, ma'am, 128.
23. Here I am telling 11. Both are multiples of 11. Simply, if I don't know anything, if you tell me, it's of no use. Eleven threes are 33. 11 how many times is 4224? It is 384 times. You can divide and see. So then you will have L is equal to 384 divided by 3, which will be 128 centimeters. So the length is coming out to be 128 centimeters. Now what next? Did they ask you to find the length or something else? The
Perimeter they
of
ask,
the
not only
rectangular
length,
sheet.
mama. After length, we have to find the perimeter.
Any doubt? Perimeter of rectangle. Am I going out of the frame now? 2 into L plus B. 2 into L plus B. So now you have both L and B substituted. You will get, it will be 2 into, what is L? L we found out as 128. B is 33. So 128 plus 33. How much is that? Nobody is working, all are sleeping. 128 into 33. 2 times that. 2 into 161. Shall I write it here?
3382.
Wait, let me see if I can clear the board. The space, are you seeing it on your board? I am continuing here, children. Is it visible? I am seeing it on the laptop, so I am thinking it is visible. So 2 into 161 will be 260. Sorry, where am I? 161 into 212, carry 1, 322. So many centimeter. We call it as perimeter. So you will write that the perimeter of the rectangular sheet is, I'm not going too much away, right here. Therefore, perimeter of rectangular sheet is 322 centimeters. Is it visible? Should I shift my laptop? Visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
322 centimeters is what you get as 2 into 161. Okay, 2 into 161 has become 322. Therefore, perimeter of the rectangular sheet is 322 centimeters. Here, this kind of problem will come. You should know that the cylinder is opening up to form a rectangle. So, the CSA will be equal to the area of the rectangular sheet. This understanding you must have. This is why we have done the practical activity. When you cut open a cylinder, you will get a rectangular piece of sheet. Alright, any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay, now we will move on to the last portion where we are going to do problems based on volumes of cube, cuboids and cylinder. So we are shifting to the next exercise, which is 11.4 in page number 191. Exercise 11.4, where we are dealing with volumes of cube, cuboids and cylinder. I am completing the chapter today. Tomorrow when you come to the school, I would like to look at your records as well as your class works. Please complete everything before you come to school tomorrow. Tomorrow onwards, physically you are going to come to school. Is that clear? Alright, now we will move on to the volumes of cubes, cuboids and cylinders. All this while in exercise 11.3, we have only dealt with the surface areas of these three solids. Now we are moving on to the volumes of these three solids.
And page number?
I have written, my dear, can't see, page number 191. Volumes of cube, cuboids and cylinders. So we will be applying the formula for volume of cube, cuboid and cylinder. I hope your formula page is having these formulas. I am just quickly recalling. Volume of...
Yeah, ma'am, 3 of them I have
I'm
written.
just recalling quickly.
Ma'am, if the 2 pages get exhausted, can I take another 2 pages for the formula page?
Yes, you can. Volume of cube is AQ. Volume of cuboid, if you have not written, please write it. Otherwise, it is already in your formula page. Volume of cuboid will be L into B into H. And the volume of cylinder, volume of cylinder is pi R square H. These three formula we have to know. Only then we can do problems in 11.4. Volume of cube, cuboid and cylinder. Quickly wrote it down. Those who already have it in the formula page, you don't have to worry, you have it already. This is a quick revisit to the formula.
Ma'am, actually this I have it in my formula page, but still I wrote it down.
Don't worry. It is just a quick revision I said. Those who have it, fine. Just check if you have written it correctly. Okay, now we will move on to the exercise 11.4 where I will take up the we'll take up the second problem. Okay, there are two cylinders. Both the cylinders, the diagram is there in the textbook itself. Let me read the problem. I am on problem number 2. Diameter of cylinder A is 7 centimeters and the height is 14 centimeters. Diameter of cylinder B is 14 centimeter and the height is 7 centimeters. So it is reversed. The radius for the first cylinder is 7 by 2 and the height is 14. Whereas the radius of the second cylinder is 7 and the height is also 7. So it is reversed. It is showing that one cylinder is having a bigger height and the other cylinder is having a bigger diameter. Alright, that's why one is shorter, one is wider. One cylinder is wide and the other cylinder is taller. So the question is, which of the two cylinders will have a bigger volume and a greater surface area? So without actually calculating, if we are asked, we may think, most of you may think, which do you think will have a bigger volume? The first cylinder A or cylinder B?
Ma'am, I think both will have same.
Okay, you are thinking both will have same. Somebody else who thinks A should be bigger
Ma'am,
than B should be bigger than A. Okay, so without
ma'am, length
actually
is 14
calculating, we are
centimeter.
not able to tell clearly whether the volume of cylinder A is big or volume of cylinder B is big. So what we will do is, now we will use our formulae and find out the actual volumes of these two cylinders to decide which is having a greater volume. So let us first draw the cylinders quickly and mark the measurements there. One is a taller cylinder. We are doing problem number 2. So I will draw the taller cylinder first. Then the other one is a shorter cylinder, but it is a wider one. Alright, so this is how the cylinders are looking like. Now you have the radius and the height of both the cylinders given. This is cylinder A and this is cylinder B. Alright, here the radius is, what is the first one? 7 is the diameter, so it will be 7 by 2 centimeters. Followed? Because the diameter is given as 7. See, this total length is given as 7 centimeters. So radius will be half of diameter, which is 7 by 2. And the height is given as 14 centimeters. So this is for the first cylinder. Alright, for the second cylinder, the radius is given as, the diameter was given as 7. Alva? No, diameter was 14. Sorry. Diameter was 14 centimeters. So radius will be 14 by 2, which will be 7 centimeters. And the height is given as again 7 centimeters. Height. So this is how the radius and the heights of two cylinders are given. Now we will go and calculate their volumes separately. Below the diagram, start doing the problem. For me, because the board is, okay, this area is there, I am using it in the side. Don't write anything in the side. Draw the two diagrams in the center of the page and below you continue doing the solution. I think this, I have already instructed you. Alright. So, volume of cylinder A. Equals pi r square h. So pi is 22 by 7. R, what is the radius of the smaller longer cylinder? It is 7 by 2 into 7 by 2 into h is 14. Alright, so this is how you substitute pi r square h, which is 22 into 7 by 2 into 7 by 2, which is r into 14, which is the height. Next, you will have the 7 getting cancelled, 2 getting cancelled with 14 as 7. Again, another 2 will get cancelled with 22. So, numerator you have 11, 7 and another 7. This 7 is cancelled here, this 2 is cancelled 11 times, this 2 is cancelled 7 times. So, 11 into 7 into 7, 7 7s are 49 It is 11 into 49, which will become equal to how much? 539 centimeters square. So this is the volume of cylinder A. Alright, next, volume of cylinder B. Again, pi r square h. Here the radius is 7. So 7 into 7, and the height is again 7. Alright, so pi into r into h. So this 7 will go here. So you have 2 7s and 22. So 22 into 49. Alright, it is 22 into 49. Which will be equal to 1078 centimeter square. See if you are getting the same answers. I am doing it because it is getting recorded. I want a little faster calculation to go on. Please verify if you are getting the same answers. Now compare, volume of cylinder A is 539, but volume of cylinder B is 1078. Visible? So when you're comparing, which is having the larger volume?
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes?
Ma'am, can you please explain how you calculated
Ma'am,
the
B, ma'am.
volume of cylinder B?
Pi r square h. Pi is 22 by 7. R is 7. 14 by 2, which is 7. So 7 into 7 into height again is 7. So it is 22 by 7 into 7 into 7 into 7. 7 and 7 cancel. Numerator you have 22 into 49, which is equal to 1078.
Okay, ma'am.
Calculate and verify. Multiply and verify if you are getting the same. So on comparing, we are saying volume of cylinder B is greater than cylinder A. Because 1078 is bigger than 539. Any doubt? Please verify with your own multiplication. What else is asked? Check whether the cylinder with greater volume has greater surface area also. So surface areas also we have to compare. So surface area ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ surface area calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? Should we take CSA or TSA? I have told you in the beginning only, when they are talking about surface area, what does it mean? It refers to TSA or CSA. Simply if they tell surface area, I told you in the first class itself, simply if surface area is said, which surface area are we talking about?
Ma'am, TSA?
Correct, the TSA. So you need to find, somebody is typing so many things in the chat box. Give me 1 minute. Other than writing, everything else is going on. What are you asking, Bona? What 14 has been used? Which 14?
Ma'am, you have.
Cylinder A, radius is 7 by 2 and height is 14. For cylinder B, the radius is 7 and the height is also 7. What is the doubt, Bona? Is there a doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. So now we will go and calculate the TSA of both the cylinders. Can I clear this part of the board, the diagram? Okay, now we'll go find out the TSA of cylinder A and cylinder B also. So let me do that. TSA of cylinder A. 2 pi r times h plus r. I am writing the formula every time, so I expect you also to write it. So substitute 2 pi. Radius for the smaller cylinder is, or the A cylinder is 7 by 2. 2 pi r. Then h is 14. R is again 7 by 2. Okay, ಇಷ್ಟು simplify ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 7 is gone. 2 is also gone. So 22 into this you have to simplify. Common denominator is 2. So 14 into 2, 28 plus 7. So this will become 11 into 28 plus 7. 35. Correct? Then 35 into 11. How much would that be? 385 centimeter square. This is the TSA of cylinder A. Correct? 2 pi, R is 7 by 2, height is 14, R is again 7 by 2. Two fractions, common denominator is 2. So cross multiply 14 into 2, 28 plus 7 whole divided by 2. This 2 will get cancelled with 22 as 11. So 11 into 28 plus 7 is 35. 11 into 35 has become 385. Similarly, TSA of cylinder B will be equal to, again substitute in the formula, 2 pi r times h plus r. Now carefully substitute. My radius for the second cylinder is 7 and the height is also 7. Both are 7. So r gets 7, h gets 7, again r gets 7. So the 7 and 7 is 1. 2 into 22 is 44 into 7 plus 7 is 14. So 44 into 14. Will be equal to 616. Again, which is having a bigger surface area now? Cylinder B or cylinder A? Compare 385, 616. So cylinder B is having a
616.
greater surface area. So you will write cylinder
Ma'am, volume B.
B is having what happened? Greater surface area. Okay, so this much we have to complete. I think I will stop here. Anything is not visible, let me see. I think it's visible now. Okay. So this is how I compare both the volume and the surface area of both cylinders A and B. So I think I will stop my recording here. Any doubts so far? Are you able to
Actually,
understand?
here why it is 7